We welcome you all to the lecture series Comparative Anatomy of Heart in Coordinates.
Okay. Good morning, my dear students. After a long gap of lockdown due to the effect of spreading of the coronavirus, we are unable to engage the classes. So today I came in front of you to discuss with the other parts of my syllabus. Before lockdown, we have discussed about the structure of integument, its derivatives and its functions in the comparative anatomy. And today we will start with the comparative anatomical details of heart of all vertebrates, that is shark in Pisces, frog in amphibia, then calotis in lizard, pigeon in bird, rabbit in mammals. So we have to compare all the points of all these vertebrates' heart. Now we will have the comparison of two animals, that is heart of shark or scoliodon, and another one is heart of frog, that is in the form of points, in the sense in the form of a table comparing both one by one. Okay, to start with the comparison, as you know, heart is one of the most important organ in the body of all vertebrates, and it is blood pumping organ. So first is its location. In shark, it is located mid-ventrally, in the middle but on ventral side, that is beneath the pharynx, in pericardial cavity, that is the heart which is located in the cavity is called pericardial cavity, and that pericardial cavity is separated from peritoneal cavity by means of a partition, by means of a wall, by means of a septa, and that septa is here called septum transversum. What? Septum transversum is the partition that separates pericardial cavity with peritoneal cavity. And this septum transversum in shark is perforated, means it is having a pore, it is having a hole. That perforation is called pericardio-peritoneal canal, through which a canal runs from the cardiac or pericardial cavity or the heart to the peritoneal cavity, that is a pericardio-peritoneal canal. But in case of the frog, The heart is located mid-ventrally. Heart is located mid-ventrally beneath the esophagus. But in case of shark, it is located beneath the pharynx. In frog, it is located beneath the esophagus, that is in the thoracic cavity. There is no partition, there is no septa, no septum transversum in frog. That is the first point. Coming to the second point, the protective covering of the heart. That is what we call pericardium. So, in shark, heart is protected by two-layered membranous pericardium. Two-layered membranous pericardium. But in frog, heart is protected by thin, transparent, two-layered sac-like pericardium. Two-layered membranous pericardium in shark, two-layered thin transparent sac-like pericardium in frog. That is the second point. Coming to the third point, that is size and shape. In shark, heart is small, S-shaped, like this. Heart is small, S-shaped, and it is dorso-ventrally curved. And it is dorsally as well as ventrally. It is curved. But in case of frog, it is small, conical or triangular in ventral position. Small, conical or triangular. That is in frog. But in shark, it is small, S-shaped, dorso-ventrally curved. And the next point is about its color. In shark, heart is reddish brown. But in frog, heart is reddish colored. Reddish brown in shark, and in frog it is reddish colored. And about the chambers. In shark, heart is two-chambered. But in frog, heart is three-chambered. Remember that. Heart is two-chambered in shark, three-chambered in frog. So what are those chambers in shark as well as in frog? So two-chambered with linear series of four compartments. Two-chambered with linear series of four compartments. That is sinus venosus, auricle, ventricle and conus arteriosus. What are those? In shark, two-chambered, only auricle and ventricle, but along with that, two other compartments are there. One is the sinus venosus, auricle, ventricle and conus arteriosus. Linear and series of arrangement is there. And externally, all the chambers are distinguished in shark. Externally, we are going to find all the four chambers: sinus venosus, auricle, ventricle and conus arteriosus. And here the two chambers, just I told you, one is auricle, another one is ventricle. So next is in frog, three-chambered heart with 5 compartments. Remember that. In shark, two-chambered with 4 compartments. In frog, three-chambered with 5 compartments. And what are those? 2 auricles, 1 ventricle, another sinus venosus, and then is truncus arteriosus. 2-chambered, 4 compartments in shark, 3-chambered, 5 compartments in frog. That is, in frog, 2 auricles, 1 ventricle, one sinus venosus and another one is truncus arteriosus, and the true chambers are three. They are two auricles and one ventricle. Understand? That is two chambers in shark with four series of compartments, three chambers in frog with five compartments. That is about the chambers. And then we'll move on to one by one. One is first compartment in shark, that is sinus venosus. Sinus venosus is triangular, that you're going to see in the diagram that I'm going to give you. See that diagram, you will observe it. Sinus venosus is triangular, thin-walled, transversely elongated. Sinus venosus is thin-walled, triangular, transversely elongated, and it is present at the base of pericardial cavity. At the base of the pericardial cavity. Triangular, thin-walled, transversely elongated, lying at the base of the pericardial cavity. And it receives the blood vessels from the body laterally. It receives the blood vessels from the body laterally by two ducts. And these two ducts are called ducti cuveri. It receives the blood vessels laterally from the body by two ducts, and those two ducts are called ducti cuveri. And two hepatic sinuses posteriorly. Two hepatic sinuses posteriorly and laterally ducti cuveri. That is in shark. And in case of frog. So sinus venosus is triangular, thin-walled, dark colored. At the base of, at the dorsal surface of the heart, at the dorsal surface. In case of shark, it is at the base of pericardial cavity, but in case of frog, sinus venosus is at the dorsal surface of the heart, and it receives two anterior precavals and a posterior postcaval vein from the body. That is to receive the blood. Two anterior precavals and one posterior postcaval from the body. That is sinus venosus. And sinus venosus is followed by sinoatrial aperture. Sinoatrial aperture means sinus venosus opens into the posterior end of the auricle. In case of shark, sinus venosus opens into the posterior end of the auricle by an aperture, and that aperture is called sinoatrial aperture. Understand? Sinus venosus opens into the posterior end of the auricle by an aperture called sinoatrial aperture, and that aperture, that hole, is guarded by a pair of membranous valves. As you know, valves to prevent the backward flow of blood. Understand? So it is guarded by means of a pair of membranous valves. And in case of frog, sinus venosus opens into the dorsal wall. In shark, it is opens into the posterior end of the auricle. But in frog, sinus venosus opens into the dorsal wall of the right auricle by a large oval sinoauricular aperture. Here also, the opening of sinus venosus into the auricle is called sinoatrial aperture. That is at the posterior end of the auricle in shark and dorsal wall of the right auricle in frog. dorsal wall of the right auricle. In frog, that is sino-auricular aperture, and in frog it is also guarded by means of a pair of flap-like valves. Guarded by a pair of flap-like valves. And then auricle or auricular wall or atrial wall. Auricle andru onde, atrium andru onde. So the wall of the auricle, in short, it is thin, moderately muscular and spongy. In shark, it is thin, moderately muscular and spongy. But in frog, it is also thin, no muscular processes. Thin, muscular, moderately muscular and spongy in shark, but in frog, it is thin, no muscular processes. That is about the wall of the auricle. Then come to the next point, auricle or atria. As we know, in shark, auricle is single, only one, single chambered, triangular, without interauricular septum. Septum means wall or the partition. There is no interauricular septum because there is no two auricles, right and left, like that. Only one chamber is there, thin walled it is, and there is no interauricular septum. And in case of frog, as you know, auricles are two chambered. There are two auricles and they are rectangular. Presence of interauricular septum that divides the auricles into right auricle and left auricle. Shark nalle single chamber ide, no septa, interauricular septum illa. Frog nalle two chambered, interauricular septum ide. Auricles anna divide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ right ಮತ್ತು left ಆಗಿ two chambers ಆಗಿ divide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So after the auricle, sinus venosus ಆಯಿತು, auricular wall ಆಯಿತು, auricle ಆಯಿತು, then ventricle, next chamber. In shark, it is also single. Small, conical, thick-walled chamber. What? Small, conical, thick-walled chamber located ventral to sinus venosus. Sinus venosus ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ ಶಾರ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲೇ posterior part ನಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ. Sinus venosus which is located at the base of the pericardial cavity. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Small, conical, thick walled, located ventral to the sinus venosus and auricle. Ventral to sinus venosus and auricle, and undivided. As we know, single chambered, no division, no interventricular septum. No division, no interventricular septum. And then in case of frog, and you know, in case of frog, it is also single chambered. Small, conical, thick-walled chamber located posterior to the auricle. ಅಲ್ಲೇ posterior ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ, ventrally to the sinus venosus and auricle, but ಇಲ್ಲೇ it is located posteriorly to the auricle. Undivided, no interventricular septum. So sinus venosus, auricle, then auricular wall, followed by the ventricle that we have discussed. Then in ventricle, just up to ventricle we have completed. Followed by the ventricle, next is another comparative point, that is chordae tendineae. So chordae tendineae means in ventricular cavity, the cavity of the ventricle. Ventricular cavity means the ventricular cavity is with many muscular strands. Those muscular strands are called chordae tendineae, that is in short. Ventricular cavity is with many muscular strands. Those muscular strands are called chordae tendineae. But in case of frog, in shark, there are many muscular strands. But in case of frog, chordae tendineae are thread-like structures arises from the flaps of auriculoventricular wall, and attaches to the ventricular wall. As you know, there are two auricles in frog, right auricle and left auricle. Right auricle also opens to the ventricle, left auricle also opens to the ventricle by means of auriculoventricular aperture. And that auriculoventricular aperture is having flap. And from that flap, thread-like structure arises and attaches to the wall of the ventricle, and they are the chordae tendineae in frog. So next, auriculoventricular aperture and volus. Just I told you, auriculoventricular apertures and volus. In case of shark, only one auricle and one ventricle, and other two chambers are there. Auricle opens into ventricle. In case of shark, auricle opens into ventricle by auriculoventricular aperture. That is guarded by membranous volus to protect or to avoid the backward flow of blood. Auricle opens into ventricle by auriculoventricular aperture, and that is guarded by membranous volus. And in case of frog, there are two auricles, just I told you, right auricle and left auricle. Both opens into the single ventricle. Ventricle is only one. Both opens into the single ventricle by a common large auriculoventricular aperture. And that is guarded by two pair of flap-like auriculoventricular volus. Single large opening opens into the ventricle. That is in case of frog. So after the study of auriculoventricular apertures, the next chamber in both cases, that is conus arteriosus or truncus arteriosus. In case of shark, auricle, ventricle continues anteriorly. In shark, ventricle continues anteriorly into an undivided muscular chamber, muscular tube, and that muscular tube is called conus arteriosus. In short, ventricle continues into an undivided muscular tube, and that muscular tube is called conus arteriosus. And that conus arteriosus has two transverse rows of semilunar volus. And each row is having three larger volus and smaller volus. And there is no spiral volus. Understand? Conus arteriosus or truncus arteriosus. Ventricle continues anteriorly into a muscular undivided tube, that is conus arteriosus. It has two transverse rows of semilunar volus, each row having three larger volus and smaller volus, but no spiral volus. And in case of frog, Truncus arteriosus is a tubular chamber, tube-like chamber, arises anteriorly. It arises anteriorly from the right ventral side of the ventricle. It arises anteriorly from the right ventral side of the ventricle. Internally, this conus arteriosus, internally it is divided by 3 semilunar valves. ಅದರ ಒಳಗಡೆ 3 semilunar valves ನಿಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. 3 semilunar valves into distal synangium and proximal phalangium. You can see it in the diagram. Distal synangium and proximal phalangium. Phalangium further divided into phalangium ಮತ್ತು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Phalangium further divided into cavum pulmocutaneum and cavum aorticum. Cavum pulmocutaneum and cavum aorticum by spiral valves. Here we are going to find the spiral valve, but not in case of the short. And then aortic arches in both the cases. Conus arteriosus continues anteriorly into ventral aorta, which supplies the blood to all parts of the body. Conus arteriosus continues anteriorly into ventral aorta that gives off 5 pairs of lateral afferent branchial arches. Conus arteriosus continues anteriorly into ventral aorta that gives 5 pairs of lateral afferent branchial arches. Lateral afferent branchial arches. And in case of frog, truncus arteriosus divides anteriorly. Truncus arteriosus divides anteriorly into 2 aortic trunks. Each gives off 3 aortic arches. 2 aortic trunks each gives off 3 aortic arches, and those 3 aortic arches are common carotid, pulmocutaneous and systemic. Common carotid, pulmocutaneous and systemic, and there is no ventral aorta. This is about aortic arches of shark and the frog. And lastly, in comparative account of heart of shark and frog is condition of the heart. In shark, heart receives venous, as you know the meaning of venous, impure or deoxygenated blood, and sends it to gills. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದ್ರಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ನಿಂದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗಿಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, sends it to gills. So it is called venous heart, because which receives venous blood, impure blood. It is also called brachial heart. Only single circulation. And in case of frog, heart receives both venous as well as oxygenated blood. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಗೆ ಎರಡೂ ಥರದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ವೇನಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಬೋತ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್, ಎರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಬೋತ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಟು ದ ಬಾಡಿ. It is single circulation. It is called transitional heart. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಫ್ರಾಗಕ್ಕೆ. ಶಾರ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಬ್ರಾಂಕಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ವೇನಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ listen to this video clip. Observe the diagrams given in the video clip. And also I will going to send the notes to your group in the form of PDF. Read that one. If you have any doubts, any questions, you may discuss with me freely, and my number is there in your WhatsApp group.